Hey, what is up, people? This is Johnny, and today we're going to be giving you some more Pokemon Go tips, and I'm going to be teaching you how to find more PokeStops. There is a reason why in certain areas there are not enough PokeStops or Pokemon gyms. The reason maybe is because either you live in a small town, you live in a rural area, and you live in an area out in the country. Usually these areas will not have a lot of Pokestops because there's a lot of trees around or there's not really a lot of attractions around. And that may be an issue for a couple of people because if you're trying to find a lot of Pokestops, you're really not going to find a lot in those certain areas. Now, you can go and travel to different locations in order to find more Pokestops or Pokemon gyms. And I would recommend to go into the inner cities. When you're in the inner cities, you will probably find a lot of attractions. You will probably find a lot of Pokestops and a lot of Poke gyms. Usually in the inner cities, you're guaranteed to find these because they are more often to appear at places that have more locations, more maybe churches, police stations, and stuff like that. Also, even at the police stations, you can find Pokemon gyms sometimes and even Pokestops. I recommend going to locations that are historical attractions. Churches, for some reason, have a lot of Pokestops and Poke gyms as well. So, if you're having trouble finding them, I recommend to go on Google Maps or MapQuest, whatever you use, and use that technology in order to Google for police stations, churches, places where you could basically find Pokestops. But other than that, at the moment, I think they should definitely make some updates for Pokemon Go so people in places like rural areas are able to get more gyms, because that's actually a problem. There's a lot of people that are wanting to play in those places, but they can't find Pokestops. And it would be very beneficial for them to add Pokestops in those places where people can't normally access to the Pokemon gyms or Pokestops. And this will suck a lot for the people that barely got Pokestops or Pokemon gyms, because you're going to end up buying Pokeballs or stuff if you don't find Pokestops. Because the locations where you find Pokestops the most, they really help you in getting Pokeballs, and you don't even have to spend a single dime on Pokemon Go in order to get more items and stuff like that. So I recommend finding local attractions. Usually they'll have something, or either going to the inner cities, because those are the options you got if you're trying to get more gyms or Pokestops. Anyways, thanks for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section, how are your areas surrounding Pokestops?